So I just came off another good game at home. Now I just won 4 in a row. I did not make any 4s this time. Yes, I made 4 3s, including the 3 included or required rather in the first part of the activity, and they were actually corner 3s. That's usually my weak spot when it comes to shooting 3s. But because they were acquired, I was more focused and I was able to hit them. So yeah, easy enough going into part B, where the target score did start at 0, as I thought I already won that game, because I already knew I was going to go up big. Yes, after that last 3-pointer I made, I was up 15-0, and then at the 2-minute mark I missed a 3. No, wait a minute, what was that? Oh no, that was at the 2-minute mark when the target score was about to move. I made a 3 to go at 15-0, and then ultimately I missed 1. And then still prevailed. Still won by 11 after a couple floaters. So good win for me. That's not 4 in a row. Yes, it's another game at CPE. But after this game, I am heading straight on the road for the rest of the week, starting tonight at Brenner. After Brenner, it's going to be at Willow Park tomorrow, and then Friday at Cerritos Regional for Erich's birthday. That's even though it's actually on Saturday. So, yep, I'm going to be on the road for the next 3 days. So, finally get some actual road games away from home, since I played one just last night. Even though it was in my home court, it was I was the designated visitor. So yeah, so let's get into this topic right here. It's about me and Sam, our friendship. We've been best friends now for officially 10 years. She is definitely one of the most caring, most loyal, one of the most supportive friends, very easygoing, and we have such a strong, great chemistry since day one. And because it's been 10 years, and I know, like, from the start, she had a boyfriend, but at that time when we met, she had a boyfriend. But there's something I gotta admit, and I don't even know if she's gonna see this video or what. But I kind of had this gut feeling that, and I think it's obvious too, that that Sam. I think Sam probably had a crush on me. I mean, I could read it through her body language, especially when at one point we had talked every single day, like individually. I met her through the Popsters GC with the one that Monica recruited me in. I was in that group chat every single day. The Popsters group chat, the Popster babies. Yeah. And then that's where I met Sam, and in June. And from there, we just started developing our friendship. It was just so fast that our friendship just had become so strong. Like it's almost like at that, even though we just barely started like becoming best friends, it's almost like as if I've known her for a long time already, and like I've known her for more than 5 years. It just feels that way. And we definitely have an easygoing friendship. I feel comfortable talking to her, just like I am with Mari. I know we had a lot of flirtatious moments, but for the most part, she is a very, very loyal, supportive, caring friend, like Mari. And from a spiritual, emotional level, she and I have that kind of friendship. You know, it's that is like with Mari's next level that I don't have with many of my other close friends then and now. So we have a special, you know, friendship connection, me and Sam. Same thing with me and Mari. You know, Mari is also my best friend. But you know, just like Sam is somebody that, you know, was just wow, somebody decking out for Halloween already, man. Wow, jeez, nice. Shoot, unfortunately this is on audio. I wish I had caught it on the camera. Maybe when I'll pass by this neighborhood when I after I get my drink at Coffee Bean. I know, like, when I go to Brenner Park, what was it? That time when I went in October, I saw a house that I passed by. It's got a bunch of tombstones, and there was like all this Halloween stuff. I think it even had a Grim Reaper over there, which is so sick. I was like, man, that house was sick looking. And it was on the way to the park, to Brenner Park. That's how that house might be up already, but I'm trying to remember which street it's on. I know coming from Valley View, I don't think it's on the San Rafael. I think it's off of Patton or something like that. I just know I passed by a house that has all the Halloween stuff. I bet that house already has it, but sorry to go a little off topic. I just saw that house that has the skeleton, the big old skeleton looking like it came up from the ground. I was like, oh, somebody's so decked out for Halloween already. Yo, I gotta get into the spirit already. All right, getting back to the topic. I love Sam, and I'm glad that we reconnected our friendship just when I thought it was over last year. I know she has been annoyed, but you know, I know she, like, at some point, like, my heart told me that she was willing to give me a second chance, and Lord and behold, she did. And you know, it was sometime in April we reconnected, and we're good again. She's in Australia now, and she's you know, she's living her life, living her marriage, you know, and you know, we're always gonna be in touch no matter what. You know, she is super busy, you know, like Paula's super busy, Sam's super busy. I know she never forgets me, but I just know I think she's driving now. Yeah, she got a driver's license, so good for her. you know what I mean. And oh man, this parking's full over here. Yeah, it's good to. Oh, lucky me, my car just left and I finally get a spot. Good. And it's Tuesday, so Tuesday. All right, so I just parked right here. Yeah, man. So as far as me and Sam's friendship, you know, it's definitely going to continue to stay strong, although it may just feel more, I'm not saying faded, but just a little more distant at this time, but definitely just never by the heart, because I you know, she's still around no matter what, and I know she's got a lot of things going on. We may not talk every day like we did the first you know, couple of years, or literally we just talked every day. You know, I was like just almost, I won't say 24 hours, but I remember she would say like good morning, because in her time in Pampanga. So when we had a lot of nicknames, and you know, like you know, I had some nicknames with some other close friends too, especially with the netballers. But yeah, it's like Sam and I just have that kind of special, you know, bond when it comes to our friendship. In a way, it's just so unique that, like with me and Mari's, I think, you know, with Sam, it's just it's like no other. And I'm talking about like the kind of friendship that we have from a spiritual, emotional standpoint, a siblinghood standpoint, is like one I've never had before. I'm not saying this because to literally say I never had it with any of my other close friends. You know, it's just next level. It's just next level close, in a way that you know, that I don't have with many of my other close friends. But you know, I know there's so much to say with our friendship, and because of this personal situation that transpired the last couple of weeks, and leading up to last weekend, just this past weekend, it made me think about her, because I know Sam was there for me. I mean, even with that other personal situation I dealt with, mind you, exactly 10 years ago. Sam was there for me. She was like a sister to me. She was like that kind of friend, like, it almost like if she labels me as one of her like a favorite or an idol. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm not literally looking at it like literally like that, but it's almost as if like she is that caring for me. She's that supportive and caring. I know she has a lot of friends. She has a lot of relatives, and she has a lot of friends, even through some of the popsters groups that she goes to. But I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate to have a friend like her, and Mari as well. I know Mari's got a lot of friends too, and especially from other kinds of groups that she's been associated with, especially when it comes to like K-pop or K-drama related stuff like that, right? But yeah, I mean, who would have thought, like, to have two beautiful ladies like Mari and Sam, two of my besties, two of the most beautiful girls I ever met. I actually want to have a topic about those two best friends I ever had. And sometime, not today necessarily, but I mean, I gotta tell you though, for like these girls are just probably two of the most attractive I've ever met. And it's not to disrespect the other lady friends that I have, like Ivanka. Ivanka's probably third behind these two girls. You can put Diana fourth, even though she's already an ex-close friend. Well, once upon a time best friend. But when I look at Sam and Mari, especially since I've had so many everyday conversations with them, since I've had everyday conversations with them, to where our friendship is just so strong that the bond is just closer than ever, like no other kind of type of friendship. It just makes me find these two girls, like, in that sense, not only their looks, but their personality, but based on their personality and their way of valuing me as a friend, it makes those two girls, two of the most attractive that I've ever met. Yeah, and I gotta tell you, they're both hot. Between the two, I know Mari is what the hottest, lady friend I've ever had. And Sam, you can probably argue she's about a very close second. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I miss Sam. I know she's, like I said, she has a life that she's got to deal with right now, and I know that her father passed. Sorry to hear about that, but she is a very strong woman. She's helped me through a whole lot, and I'm glad to have a friend like her. I'm also glad to have a friend like Mari, because it's hard to befriend any girl like them, when they're that good looking like that, and to have a personality like them who can also be willing to care for a friend, for somebody like me, that they see so much potential in, as far as being a good friend to them. I haven't had any luck like that with any girls in the past. Even when I met them in school, even in Cypress College, in college, high school, in college more so, right? Those girls, they like, even when they were my schoolmates or / classmates, they were not willing to be friends with me like that, like, close, as far as close friendship is concerned. But in the later years, I'm very fortunate, and I'm very glad to have, friends like Mari and Sam. Especially as I'm talking about Sam here in this topic, as far as where our friendship stands, it'll definitely stay strong. Even if she is in Australia and that she's not really on Facebook anymore. I don't know about Instagram. I haven't really got on social media very much, but at least I have her email, so we can definitely keep in touch there. So I'm very glad, I'm very thankful, I'm very appreciative to have a friend like Sam, of that kind of caliber, of friendship. You know, she's got the looks, and she's got the personality, and she's got the friendship value that that makes me smile about having a friend like Sam. So I'm gonna leave it at that. So I hope we can talk again soon, and I'll have a topic about Sam and Mari, are my best friends, sometime. Not today, but sometime. So right now I'm thinking about Sam lately, and because of this personal situation that I've dealt with, and I know I've had one about a decade ago, and Sam came to mind, so I decided to talk about our friendship. So, all right, peace out, everyone. Purple hearts for life. And Sam loves purple. So do I. Peace.